Recording in progress. Hello, everyone. We're
Hi,
back.
guys.
We're back. We just wanted to say it's so nice to be back. We've had a little bit of a break.
We
And
have.
please keep liking, subscribing, forwarding it to friends if you like it.
Share.
Share, give us some content because we're having a nice time and we don't want to stop.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to put down, you'll see on the bar below. If you want to text any questions in, please do. This week's this week's episode is featuring my sister, which is great. We will have more guests along the way as well. So we're just worth a follow because then you'll get the update when it lands. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We love you. Bye.
Recording in progress.
Oh, it's all gone horribly wrong.
Oh, good morning.
So what was I saying? I was slaying. Lost my thought, but I'm still amazing. So what was I saying? Keep on playing. Midlife magic, man, I put a good still blazing.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. Hello!
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, God.
Who's this? Who's this?
Well, today's guest is someone very special, mostly because she's had to put up with me her entire life. All right, settle in, get to know today's guest. It is, I don't even know what that sound is, my younger sister, better version, Frances. Now, I'm legally obliged to point out at this point that she is both younger and significantly more grown up than me, which is deeply
I don't think
upsetting.
you need to say that. Everyone can see. But yeah.
And she's about to turn a very great number, obviously 21 this year, July the 4th. You're going to be 21, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
A fact I'm still recovering from, mainly because it makes me feel like time is moving forward and I'm not really emotionally keeping up with the fact that I'm very old. So that's what I'd say about that. She is. So for context of listeners, this is the first time in person both my sister from another mister and my sister are meeting. So they get to introduce to each other. My sister is mum to two amazing kids who shall remain nameless in the interest of podcast. And she is a wonderful wife. And she is, without question, one of the kindest, calmest, most zen-like humans that I know in general. She is my sister, but she is, which would be infuriating on its own. But she also has to go and be talented at everything. She has a degree in fine arts because she is a goddess. That is a given. She is very creative and one of those people that can literally make everything beautiful with just a pair of scissors and a bit of sellotape. She's also like organized to a level that I'm organized, but she's to a level where, you know, color coded, labeled, color coordinated, spiritually aligned, OCD. I didn't say that. No, very organized, really efficient, and just can make things calm where it's chaos. I would say she is amazing. She is a artist. She is creator. She is a human filing system. And in the last 2 years, you have been my emotional support adult who, without whom, well, you make me a responsible functioning member of society, basically, along with Abby also. I need to mention you at this point. My emotional support sisters, family, where I think I bring chaos and what's the word? Abby will be able to tell you. Where I bring chaos and
Fuckery.
I don't think I was thinking of that word. Eccentricity. You bring calm.
I was going to say, I wonder where she learned all these traits and why she had to do that growing up. I mean,
I gotta say,
magic.
basically, it's a miracle to think that we're related. That's what I would say about.
And a
Frances.
miracle that she's actually your much, 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 much younger sister.
So, is that a fair description, Frances? First of all,
Well, I'd say I could say the same about you, like,
oh,
you know, right back at you.
stop it.
But
Oh, I hate this already.
I just feel like
Ugh.
I feel like it'd be very biased because you're my sister.
No, not at all. But I would say all of the above is, I don't know. I suppose it's always been the case. It's like since you've been very little. I've got some brilliant stories about you when you're very little anyway, but you know them because you always laugh about them, but they might come out later. But I'm going to introduce a segment now because it's the first time Abby has seen you and she's hearing all these things. I'm going to play this jingle, which was recorded by someone very talented.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me. Who knows me better?
Oh, that's later. I'm not doing very well with the audio today.
Spoil it.
Don't spoil it. So, Abby, over to you. Do you have any questions hearing that of my sister that you want to ask?
The first question is, let's do away with all this niceness. Please tell me. Please tell me you used to hate each other as children and you used to try and stab each other and fight. Because I grew up as an only child around other siblings, and I was always glad to be an only child because I had friends. I had two friends in particular, girls, and they used to push each other down the stairs. One stabbed the other one with scissors. Like, they absolutely hated each other. And I thought, as you grow up, you'll grow to love each other. But I feel like you've always been in love.
I think it's like our age gap.
Is it?
It's like,
Oh,
we
God,
were
thanks,
like-
Francis.
sorry.
God.
I mean, it is
think-
sizable.
Bullies.
You were nearly a teenager when I was born.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
I love you already. This is brilliant. We can talk about
I'm
this
trying to
more.
be like, I'm trying to be really diplomatic, but I always looked up to Lindsay. I thought like she was, I put her on this pedestal of she's my sister, and I've always been very proud of her and wanted to be like her.
Oh,
Do you think
I've never
do you
really told her
think
that? So
it brought out qualities and hobbies in yourself having an older sister who was a bit theatrical? Do you think you wanted to sort of follow in her footsteps at all?
I like the idea of performing and singing, and we all played musical instruments anyway. So that was kind of a given. We all followed that path. But I think for me, I knew on a confidence level, I was probably never going to get to that sort of esteem. It's just difficult for me. I'm such a different character. I think that I don't really know why, but I've never really felt like I was accomplished enough to follow that.
But that's so
Sorry.
funny because you're a teacher.
yeah.
And I always think like anyone who can command a class of either children or adults, everyone is horrible to teach. Like, you don't guarantee that they'll listen and look at you. If you have that skill, I feel like it's just a tweak to get you on the stage. It's a similar skill.
I just have to step in here. I'm a technician in a school, not
Yeah, I didn't make that clear.
sorry.
But you still
yeah,
dealing with people and
Exactly.
everyday things that are thrown at you. I feel like being an actor is kind of easy because you're scripted. You don't have to think on your feet. You don't have to be a people person at all because you're put in a scenario that is very, very set. I feel like most other jobs, you're better at communicating and thinking and I feel like that's really confident. And a lot of actors I know aren't confident as people when they're actually being themselves. And that's the reason why they're an actor, because it's so easy to pretend to be someone else. I feel like you might have a better base level of knowing yourself than we do.
I mean, I'd butt in
Maybe.
at this point and say,
Yeah.
I think when I said the intro, I meant what I said. Like, you can never see yourself as other people see you necessarily. I think we're all in that thing. But I definitely, in terms of wisdom and grounding, like you said, Abby, just being around people and just there's no drama, but you're just very authentic with people. So you might think, oh, I'm quite quiet and shy. You're actually not. You're just not shouting about it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're
I think
just sort of doing.
I've always been better one-on-one with people. I feel confident to go and speak to people and be myself one-on-one. But if you put me into a big group of people, I would be the one that would keep quiet. Like I wouldn't push myself out there and be like look at me. It's always been the same. I remember mum saying when we'd do performances when we were kids, and I'd be the one hid behind a pillar, just like, don't see me, don't look at me, don't photograph me, nothing,
I mean,
But
that
it's off.
phrase,
Well,
don't
it's
look
often
at me.
the most talented kid that does the hiding.
No,
I agree with that.
Lindsay was
with
the
that.
most talented.
No, but do you know, and that brings up the word talent, because I think everybody just assumes because you're on a stage and you're kind of seen and it's visual. Don't get me wrong. There's a whole load of like big kahunas that come with doing that, as well as sort of needing self-belief. But I don't think it equals talent necessarily. I think talent in its finest form is, like I said with you, it's fine arts. It's all the little bits and pieces that no one would have that level of, how am I going to work around this problem to make it look amazing with F all, kind of, that's talent as well.
Yeah.
It's just, what does it look like? And I think everybody in this universe, with the whole culture of Britain's Got Talent and all these shows, thinks anything on a stage with a flashy production is talent, and that's the only way that people can show off. So it doesn't surprise me that you wouldn't see your talent, because people think you have to see talent for you to be talented. I think that's just a mentality. I don't know what you think about that, Abby, but
I think as well, it's given me perspective over the years, being around people and realizing being a singer often is nothing because you can just do it. Not everyone, and of course you put work in, but to be a musician, to be an artist, to be a dancer, you cannot just fall into that. Whereas I literally could be where I am with almost zero work because I was born with a decent voice. My mum was an opera singer. I genetically had a good voice. Like some people just don't. And so there is a level of, I don't have to put in as much hard work.
disagree with that.
As a lot
I'm
of
going to cut in, disagree. Does it? You two? What am I going to have to do with this?
I couldn't play the sax though.
Look,
Because I just couldn't. I'd have to put the hours in. And then to be good, I'd have to put in mega hours. You were not just naturally born with a sax in your mouth. That would
No.
hurt your mother. But
yeah, but
you know what I mean?
I do think, yeah, again, like I'd say to Francis, say to you, what you're saying is true. Yes, genetics. If we look back, like for Francis and I, there's a big genetic line, my dad's side of the family, of musicians, right? So you're kind of, I do believe in that. I think genetically you're pre-proposed, I think that's a word, to fall into that if you're exposed to it. But you could have that and never be exposed to it and never know. Obviously you had that, it was passed down from your mum, fine. But to be able to take your gift, you've not gone into singing just opera, although you can do any kind of, you're very versatile. You've decided, no, I'm going to go down this path and it's a new path for me, and I've still got to work really hard at it. So I kind of disagree with you, because you've had to work really hard. It's not like your mum gave you everything and you went, oh, it's easy because my mum's done it and I've watched her do it. She's did an entirely different discipline. And yes, it will come down to you in terms of your makeup, DNA, and your physiologically. But I know, I mean, obviously I've known Abby for a very long time. I know how hard she's worked. And
I think
she's
you underestimate
lying.
how lazy I am.
I think she's lying.
I know what I was going to ask. So, Francis, what you studied and what you do now, and I'm asking this because we've all talked about our journeys through, what we thought we were going to do, and then what you end up doing and the things in between. Just briefly, what's your journey between sort of what you thought was your vocation to where you are now and in between?
I have kind of never really been career minded. So when I came out of, I knew I wanted to go to university. I knew I wanted to go to art school. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I'm one of these people, I'll try everything. And
Yes. Come on.
if it works, it works. If it doesn't, and I just kind of fell into, so my degree was actually in jewellery design
Amazing.
in the end, but I did.
Commissions welcome, by the way, anyone listening. She's very good.
I haven't touched a jewellery tool in years, but I do think it's something I can just go, I could pick it up again, or I could pick up most stuff. But I knew when I came out of university, I wanted to have a family. I'd already met my now husband and was sort of determined that was where my life was going to go, family and be dedicated. So I've kind of odd jobbed through my last 20 years,
Hmm.
and maybe not enjoyed everything I've done, like I started off in visual merchandising, which was very, creative based, and then came out of that job and went into pharmacy for like 10 years, and then thought I could maybe go somewhere with this, and I've just decided no, I want a complete change altogether. So that's how I've ended up in a school, and just I think I've always been interested with the idea of teaching.
Hmm.
Um, so I kind of wanted to get that experience within a school environment to see if that's something that.
I've warned her off it, Abby.
Okay,
I've
but
said don't
yeah,
do it.
Well, it depends. I mean, if you taught nightly jewellery classes for
Yeah,
mothers,
yeah.
in menopause with a creche there, that could be an angle, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Do you feel like um because now I've looked into it, it links to sort of neurodiversity that I think we all have a bit of. It's very interesting that you say that thing of not, even though you didn't go into necessarily the creative industry, of not just doing one thing till you die. Like you have that fire constantly. Do you think you'll always have it, or do you think you've kind of settled now that you've got kids and
No, I'm definitely not settled. I definitely, I'm sort of,
Boom!
I'm thinking this decade is my decade. I've got this
Yes.
decade, or I've got nothing. So
yeah.
I'm kind of in a place of really looking at what I want to do, where I want to go with the creative side maybe, and I probably just have to push my boundaries. That's something I don't do, I haven't done, is just push myself out my comfort zone and actually try and, you know, I don't know. I still don't, you come out of school and you're like, what do you want to do? And most people know roughly what they want to do. And I've never really known, but I've always known it's creative,
Yeah.
Mm. But I wonder if they do
So
know, because I think it's really unfair to ask a 60. I mean, I was an idiot. I still am, but I was an idiot till I was way in my 20s, probably even 30, till I kind of was an actual adult, even a bit. So I think to ask a 16-year-old, what do you want to do with the rest of your life is utterly ridiculous. And I think
Agreed.
actually, I don't think most 16-year-olds do know what they want to do. I just think they've seen their families do it and they've picked something and they've stuck to it. And actually,
yeah,
maybe in their heart, if they were honest, it isn't their it isn't their dream. I think a lot of people I meet, say, oh, they work in a bank and they've worked there for 30 years and they say, oh, but I always wanted to be a ballet dancer, but and you go, well, somebody obviously told you you couldn't be a ballet dancer, so you've just kind of picked something and stuck with it. So it's interesting that you're still like, right. How do you feel having kids? Do you think it has a big impact on, because it's interesting you're still thinking about that while they're young, because a lot of people feel like they should wait till the kids are older. And I don't agree, but how do you feel about that pressure?
um, it depends. I think it depends on your support system as
Mm,
well. You've got to, we don't have family around us, so it's. But I always wanted to be the mum that picked up my child from school.
mm-hmm,
Nothing wrong with working parents.
mm,
I've got a lot of friends who are working parents and their kids go into childcare, and it's just a lot of money and a lot of, you know, pressure for them. But I've always just decided I wanted to be a mum. I wanted to be there. I wanted to do the after school clubs. And now as they're getting older, I know my youngest is 8, and she still very much needs me.
mm.
But I feel like we're getting to a stage now where I can start to look at career options, or I don't want to get to a point where it's gone too far down the line and I've just stuck in this,
Weighted
not a
almost.
rut, I wouldn't say a rut, but I
Well, the
feel
thing is,
like things are a bit more flexible now. I think starting to become more opportunities
Yeah.
available.
I
So
think
yeah,
she's also starting to do more staying out or being with friends or being looked after or having a day out here or a night out there, isn't she?
yeah,
Whereas that was
yeah,
never happening before, and that allows you.
yeah.
You're on, and William's obviously much older and therefore way into teenage. And I just think me looking at you from the outside, suddenly when I'm on the phone or catching up, you're like, yeah, I've got the day to myself, and you're thinking, I've got some time to myself. I've got
Yeah.
some room. And that hasn't been the case, you know. Like flipping over to Abby as well. Like when you talk about options of things you want to do, it revolves around the kids, you know, doesn't it?
I think as well, like it depends how your partnership is set up. You know, I'm on my own now and I have the kids sort of 50-50-ish, and we're trying to be flexible with that because of career. And, you know, I think it's difficult. So my kids are on holiday this week and they're away. And I realized this morning was the first time in a really long time I've woken up fairly calm because I can't do anything. So even when I don't have the kids, even when it's not my week, I'm still there, ready to answer the phone, drop stuff off at school, go and pick
Yeah.
them up when they're ill. Because it's happened where my ex, they've tried to reach him and he's unreachable. So even though it's not my day, so I think as a parent, yes, you're right, Linz. You, as they get older, but you are still on call. You are even, you know, even when they go to a friend's house, you still have to have your phone on just in case. So you never fully relax. You can't drink, not really. If you want to, you can't go out with friends and turn your phone off and actually enjoy. You are constantly checking because often you do get that call, especially when they're still eight, you know, mine are 9 and 10. They will flip on a dime, like they'll be fine. And then all of a sudden something will freak them out and they'll want to get picked up. And it's so weird. And I'm sure they'll be like that until they're teenagers. I think it won't be until they're fully sort of away, like college or university, that I'll feel like I feel this week when I can really sort of relax, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I
But
totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah. I mean, I'm not obviously not solo parenting, so that's a different, thing altogether. I have my husband who's very hands-on, and I can go out
Mm,
for a couple
yeah.
of hours if I want to, but as you say, you're always switched on, you're never switched off.
mm.
And I think as a mother,
Hmm.
you are naturally the one that they gravitate to and they
Mm.
look for, and you just can't. It's hard to let that go.
It's emotionally they want you, and that ties into when they're hurt or when they're upset, or so even when they're with your partner, they will possibly still need you.
Yeah,
You know, I've done FaceTimes when I've been working away in London, and I've had to FaceTime my daughter because she's so upset. She just needed me to be that emotional sort of
yeah,
grounding. And at the time, he couldn't get her down from the ledge she was on. So I think you're right. As a mother, you carry all of the emotional side most of the time, and it's not really talked about. It's not. It's because it's not on paper. It's actually huge.
yeah,
You're always on call. You're always, you know, they want mummy, don't they? When they fall over, generally.
yeah. You
How
also having to always think 10 steps ahead. So it's not just the mothering side of it, it's like everything that goes with it, like making
Mm,
sure they've got school uniform, it's all ironed, their bags are packed, they've got their after school activities sorted. There's
hmm
a lot of things. Your head's probably just
mm.
swelling every single day. So, it's
you
just
two
what
you two could talk for hours about this.
we could.
I
I
mean,
forgot. I forgot we were on a podcast. I was like, anyway, and then
and
yeah,
then I had to get her uniform straight, and then
no,
and
it's
there's
true, and it's
and then
something
there's
I've
me in the
noticed.
middle. Oh,
Well, you're really lucky that you're the age you are. Not lucky. I mean, you're sensible, but because I had kids a bit older, because it's menopause time, it's so hard because they still need me at 9 and 10, and in the morning, we've got to school before. We went to school the other day, and she had her slippers on. And
Oh.
she had to spend the whole day in her like Crocs. And I said to the teacher, I'm like, sorry, menopause. Like, if I don't think of it, and you have to think of everything. Have you brushed your teeth? Have you brushed your hair? Have you got a water bottle? Have you got knickers on? Like ridiculous stuff. I have to ask them if they put
is
underwear
that
on.
just how you talk to me?
Yes. Lindsay, do you have knickers on today? But they're so distracted,
Have
and
I?
having neurodivergent kids as well, they're so distracted by everything. They just are non-functioning. So you have to, it's so annoying. And I've tried not to, but you have to. Otherwise, they turn up to school in their slippers. And
At least they're comfortable.
True. I mean, I couldn't care less. I remember a few years ago when they were younger, I used to plait their hair. You know, if they had a
You're
stain on
great.
their
You do that.
shirt, oh no, I couldn't care less now. They go in dirty clothes. I'm like, I haven't done the washing. Just put yesterday's shirt on, you'll be fine. And they've painted and it's gross and it stinks. I'm like, like
Yeah.
you do care a bit less, but it's a lot times, when you have multiple kids as well. And you've got different gender kids, have you? You've
Yeah,
got,
I've got
yeah.
a boy who's 12 and a girl who's 8.
And
And the
that
boy
must
who's
be
12's a
super
whole thing,
difficult
you know.
It's an interesting
balance.
phase of life and a
Yeah.
balance between
Guys, I'm gonna have to interrupt this school chat. I
No,
do.
you
I
can
could
you can go.
because
Right.
because it's time for the happiness box. Francis, I
hold
know
your
has listened to the
enthusiasm.
I know Francis has listened to the podcast before, so this won't be a new thing for you.
No, it
You've
isn't.
been
I'm
very
out.
loyal.
I'm out. Look, I'm out the
You're out.
bloody
So the concept obviously behind the happiness box is to just
it's
take
taking me off.
one of these cards that speaks to us, we read it out, and you're just going to say how you feel about that as a statement.
No.
But this comes off the back of Abby's opposition to happiness boxes
Yeah.
in general. So it's just trying to have a little bit. All right, okay, here we go. We ready for this? Happiness box today, the happiness box. I love it. This is saying something wonderful is just around the corner. Keep going. How do we feel about that?
I do believe in that though. I do like the idea. Sorry, Abby. I know it's a tough one, but I always live with that positive feeling of if someone's going through a bad time, and I know I've done, you do it a lot with you, Lindsay. Like I'll say something's coming that's good.
She does actually.
I do that a lot. So yeah, I can.
Yeah. I would say, much to your disgust, Abby, she is more regularly on a level of like, happiness, pushing it out to other people than me. So I don't, your face. What do you think about something? Keep going. It's just around the corner. Come on.
I would say that's all lovely. But when you're 46 and you've been trying to say that, and all that's round the corner is a big steaming pile of manure every time you're positive. And I have done waves of being very positive, and
You
like we
have.
were saying, I've done real sort of journeys, and it hasn't made a dent into the shit show that is my life. So it's not that I'm negative. I feel like I'm a realist within myself. And I do think positively with you. I'm always positive. If you phone me with something, I'm never like, I always think you're going to get it. I'm always think you're going to, like, I can be so great for other people, but I'm out for myself because realistically, the negatives outweigh the positives every
And that's
day.
just your lived experience, basically.
It's just my
isn't
lived
it?
experience. I know for a fact that if I won the lottery, I know what's coming. Like I've never, ever, ever in my life had that, like something just good. There's always something else that comes along to kind of level me out.
Anyway,
But anyway,
upbeat note.
but I'm positive for other people. If
Yeah, you are.
I do
She's
think
a
that,
cheerleader, like big time.
yeah, and I think that's why you have friends and sisters, and like I think if we're all honest with ourselves, authentically, deep down, are we genuinely 100% positive all the time? And can we keep that going? Because life is difficult, especially at the moment. And you have bad times and loss and money worries. And so I don't think anyone really is able to live 100% positively because life's hard.
Yeah, I agree.
You can have a positive, you can try your best, but we all have down days, don't we?
I think I like to try and say reset at the end of every day. I think that's what I do now. I mean, we talked about this before, and Ami's going to roll her eyes, but I do daily morning affirmations and gratitude writing and evening reflections daily. And I started doing that as a habit stacking thing for the last 3 months, and it's really helped. Now, I'm not saying that it's necessarily dramatically changed anything, but I think my mental health has improved, because I think you could rewire your brain to think more in that way than get bogged down with things.
I think we've said, like, you do you, whatever. I think the trouble I have in life is people
That's why
telling,
people listen to this podcast. Yin and
well,
yang.
I have a problem with people telling me what I should do.
I agree.
Because,
and I would never be that person.
you know, I'm not a moron. We've all tried loads of different stuff in life. Of course we have. You'd be stupid to just stick to one trajectory unless it works really well. And I think it's other people going, you should, da da da. And you go, right, yeah, thank you.
I think the you should anything, it can get in the bin. I'm like, Frances is with me, right? So Frances, I will interject here at this point and say, she is lovely and all these things. But also, if you clock the red hair, she will not be crossed. You two would get on very well, because when it's a matter of principle and it's a matter of values and it's a matter of what's right and wrong, do not get in her way, because she would just tell you. She'll just go,
I never used to be like that, though. It's taken me years.
But what changed you to make you go, no more? What was the catalyst for the...
It's hard to say, really. I think just life situations, friendships, things that have happened to me.
Negative things.
Yeah, it's like I feel like I've put always positivity into different relationships, and always be friendly, always be welcome, always be lovely, always be nice.
People pleasy.
Very people pleasy, and very, I wouldn't say it, like I spent my 20s probably not, and even my teens, just not, I wouldn't argue against anybody if they upset me. And I think you get to a point, and and maybe mum's death has changed a lot for me now, whereas I think life's so short, and I just think you can't surround yourself with people who are just not worth your time.
I mean, I think we've both changed so much. I think there's been dramatic change in great ways. I mean, we've never been closer than we are now. We're always got on like brilliantly, but yeah, there's that. But also, like you say, your filter goes, no.
Yeah, I just low tolerance for.
And Abby's the same. Abby's had such a lot of loss.
I think you realize what people are like. You know, people that you think are going to be there disappear, and sometimes people surprise you who step up and are your rock. And I think when something terrible happens, it really does put friendships and family, you know, family is my God. I remember I wasn't that old, but when my grandparents died, just seeing the fallout and being shocked at how all the relatives acted and what they wanted and deemed important in a situation that you're like, why are you arguing over a watch worth £10? Like, why are we having this blowout? You know, and knowing that my grandparents would be so disappointed in their behavior.
Yeah.
I think it you know, it shines a light on people.
It definitely does. Now, guys, are you ready?
Yeah, guys.
Are you ready for something very special?
Can't say guys.
Oh.
Girls.
What can I say?
People.
Humans.
My sister or my best friend, who knows?
Oh, I've done it wrong.
Knows me better. My sister or my best friend, who knows me better, better. Tell me where it ends. My sister knows my history. My best friend knows my fight. Who knows me better? You both might be right.
Right, so this segment is Who Knows Me Better? Guys,
Frances does.
I'd be really interested in this, because basically it's a quiz, right, between you both.
Oh, I love a quiz, Linz. You know me.
Love a quiz, and
I'm gonna quiz.
Yeah, and I'm gonna basically ask you no overthinking. I'm going to ask you some questions about me and things to do with me that's related. And you've just got to give your answers. Obviously, I'll keep a tally going.
Oh, make it all about you, Linz. Come on.
And I think this is really interesting anyway. So anyway, it's fun, low thinking, don't
Yeah.
overthink it. And obviously not competitive at all.
Mm.
And we'll finish off with a big old question at the end. Anyway, so first question is, what is my go-to takeaway?
Chinese.
I would say Chinese because that's everyone's.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give you the answers as we go along so that you don't have to put you out your misery.
Curry?
Curry, come on. Nil point. You're not even doing as well as the Eurovision entry at the minute.
Francis,
Do you know what I'm
have you ever had a takeaway with Linz?
Yeah, but I think it's been a Chinese. That's why.
And I bet she was like, "Oh, I love Chinese. It's my favorite."
Yeah, I think it's quite an
You guys. Right. Now then, next question. And this obviously depends when it's not gig related, but
I'm not going to know
when there's
any of these.
you are going to know them.
I'm not. I don't know anything
Well, look,
about
Francis is even like, I don't know. Bearing in
No
mind,
hope,
she should
no
have
hope.
a heads up. When I'm not gigging, what time do I generally go to bed?
Oh my gosh.
Bearing in mind,
I'm saying 8.
you. I'm
8
saying
p.m.
10:30.
8 p.m. Oh my God.
Why are you laughing? I went to bed at 9 last night.
Right. So, Francis, Abby, you got it right.
Yeah.
So, a point to Abby. That's exactly right. Round about then.
I can quit now.
Oh my God. Okay. So, you might not know this, but we'll give it a go. So, bearing in mind, I've got various subscriptions to things like Netflix and all the others. What's my current TV obsession?
What, like a series?
Yeah.
The Testament.
What's your answer, Francis?
Yellowstone.
Oh, that's nice. I want to
tell
get
you
into
what.
that.
On both of your accounts, can I just say there are two things that I need to look at? Because Yellowstone, I keep coming back to you going, oh, but there's quite a few of them, and I don't know when to get
And then
started.
there's a new one now.
Yeah,
there's a spin-off. So who's got time?
So currently it is a Netflix just landed.
Burrows. Me
Yeah.
too. Oh
God. So there's 0 points for that, but that is my new obsession.
I get half a point.
Do you think? Should we give a half point, Francis?
Yeah, give it half.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you half.
So
I'm gonna lose
good.
this.
It's so good. The Burrows.
It's like a cross between Stranger Things and American Horror Story. It's like
And
the
also
cast of American Horror
Cocoon.
Story. Yeah. I love Cocoon. Oh yeah, it is very much like Cocoon.
I mean, you'd love it.
Very
Francis,
good.
actually.
Very good.
Netflix. The Burrows.
The Burrows. Great
Okay,
cast.
so it's 1.5 to Abby. Francis, come on now. What's my most used phrase lately?
Spenny.
Yes, Benny.
Yeah.
My camera's doing that thing. No. It's doing it. No, stop it.
Right,
I've
that's
just
1
told
point
you.
each.
That's
So
funny.
2.5 to 1. You've got one. That's good. Well done. Spenny is right. Okay, what do I always forget when I leave the house? Largely, most of the time.
Your sanity.
Yeah, there is that. But I can't give you a point for that.
Your glasses.
No.
Mobile phone?
No, guys. I mean, it's a bit of a lottery. Ordinarily, my car keys, would you believe? Most of the time.
No, I was going to say car keys, and I thought, no, you'll never be that disorganized.
She didn't. Oh, dear. So, okay, this is a good one. What's my I can't be bothered meal if I get in at night and I just can't be bothered? Or my can't be bothered food. I shouldn't say meal.
Pasta.
Toast.
Oh, I would say France is probably the closest, but it's actually a bowl of cereal.
Ah,
Mm,
Yeah, 0 points. So we're still 2.5-1 as we go into the next round. Okay, what's my most annoying midlife habit?
what is this? Our opinion or your?
My actual answer for this,
Oh,
what I
right.
think
So
is my most annoying habit.
what you think? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. All right.
what I would
Different,
answer.
different to what the facts are.
hmm.
Annoying midlife habit. What specifically midlife?
Well, yeah, kind of really. I think I've developed it since midlife.
Hmm.
I
There's
don't
too
know.
much thinking going on. Shoot from the hip, guys. Shoot from the hip.
Being late.
Wow. Oh, my screen's doing it now. Don't be like that. What do you think, Francis? I'm going to gloss over that.
I don't know. It's a really difficult one because I was thinking it wouldn't be like being messy, moving towels around the house because that's not you. I was going to say fidget in bed, but you're not a fidget in bed. You sleep like you're dead.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
Peeing whilst laughing.
No, it's a good one, but it's not that.
Not that she'd admit to that.
Yeah.
No, you're both wrong. This is not going very well so far. Cleaning
No.
everything all the time.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Have you not always been like that though?
No,
No.
it's got worse.
All right,
Anyway,
okay.
what do I complain most about nowadays, if any? I try not to complain, but what do I complain about?
Men.
Rudeness.
Oh, God, they're really good answers, but they're not what I've written down. Actually, the amount of driving I do.
Mm.
Yeah. Still no points, guys. What's something I used to love, but I now avoid doing?
Intercourse.
That is an
Blowies.
assumption. Francis is like off screen. Come on.
Jogging.
Both. Huh?
Jogging.
Abby?
Um,
I mean, you've had a guess, really. You've had 3 guesses.
going to drinking.
Okay, I might give you half a point for that because I've put down sort of going out to London at night, going out, doing that.
I was going to say
kind of.
social. Yeah.
Yeah. So, fair enough. So far we've got 3-1, 3-1. Come on, Francis.
I
You
just
can
have to
bring
let my
us
cat out. Sorry.
back. Oh, she's so in the podcast.
Is that a euphemism?
I let my cat out the bag.
What's my most sort of middle-aged purchase recently?
A reading light.
It's a really good answer. It's not right though.
Middle-aged purchase. Oh. A fan.
No, it's actually in fact an office chair.
Oh.
What do I pretend to enjoy, but I actually don't?
Intercourse.
We come back onto it again. Oh my God, there's a running theme. What?
Tend to enjoy, but you really don't.
Don't overthink it, guys.
Parties.
I'm going to give you half a point for that.
Oh.
Meeting new people.
No, you've actually said it before, so I feel like I owe you a half. It's drinking.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a
Oh,
half.
yeah. And you really, really, that pisses me right off. When we went to France, I took her all the way to France and she was such a bloody, it was like going to France with Mary Poppins. She was like, yeah, we'll go to this cocktail bar. Yeah. And then we get in there and she's like, ooh, I'll just have one sip of one drink. I was like, come on.
See, if you went away with Francis, I feel like you'd get a better bang for your buck.
Oh, good.
Probably.
Right.
I mean,
So she's-
I'm I'm known as free drinks Franny, so
Oh, do you see what I mean? See what
I'm
I
taking
mean?
you to France next.
Tell me
Lindsay, you can look
something.
after the kids.
Tell me something I'm irrationally grumpy about. That's my next question.
Irrationally.
Yeah, I do get irrational about it.
mess. Or people not tidying up after themselves.
Abby, what do you think?
People.
Why do you keep saying people? It's like I hate everyone. I don't.
No, but how many people are you going to be bothered about tidying up after themselves? I don't know. I don't know. Driving.
Well, in this case, I have to hand it to Francis in saying it is tidying up. It's tidying up after people, but obviously in this case it is largely one person. But in general,
Sorry,
people.
Ali.
So I'm going to give you a point for that. Well done. Although I have to say, coming back to your point, probably second most thing is anything associated with driving or parking, I would say. So it's kind of fair.
Filling up my car. Oh, God. Like,
what is my worst personality trait? Come on. I can take it. I get a lot of.
it's hard to pick just one.
Oh.
You can sometimes placate and be nice to people at the detriment to yourself and others.
Oh, what would you say, Francis?
I mean, I'd agree with that, but I have to go for something different, maybe.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I think you do that. You will go out of your way to. I'm trying to think of the right words.
No, think of the wrong words, Francis. Come on, join me. Join me on the honesty train.
You don't think about yourself enough. You don't put yourself first.
And that's actually what I've written. Well done. Point each. Come on. Right, you're getting it back. What do I do when I'm stressed? What's the big thing I do when I'm stressed?
Fluff around.
Is that a thing? I love that.
Yeah, like.
So sweaty. Francis, what do you think I do when I'm stressed?
Pace?
Well, I think both of you got admirable answers, but quite honestly, if I do, which is quite rare, if it boils over, I cry a lot. But I hide it.
Like that.
Moving on.
Cry,
so 0.
The tears go inside your body.
They go inside. Well, they don't actually, but I do that. It just leaks out of me because I can't, it's got to go somewhere. Last round, only 4 questions left, so you'll be pleased to know. What do I worry about most these days?
Money.
Francis?
Yeah. I don't want to say money as well. I don't know.
You got a point each. Well done. Who isn't? I mean, in an age where everything's gone up like 60%. I mean, who isn't?
No more worries.
What makes me happiest right now?
Family.
Abby?
The prospect of financial freedom.
I think your answer's very, very good. But the first thing I wrote down was peace and my family and friends. That is top notch. So yeah, family being family. Look at my sisters on the screen. That is the number one. But also your observation is up there. I struggled with what to write down on that, but I think that came out. I was like, no, it's that first. What do I value now more than I used to?
Like peace, silence, meditation, like that bullshit.
Quiet, yeah.
Yeah, you got a point each. Well done, guys. This is you're steaming ahead now. Yeah, my own time, peace, and whatever that looks like. Meditation, affirmations. You're like, all that shit.
Me time.
Me time.
Affirmation, meditation, masturbation.
Okay.
The 3
big dramatic finish. Right. So let's top up the scores. 1, 2. 6.5 plays 5.5.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's quite close. Well done, guys. And it may be that it'll end up being a tie if you get this, Francis. So, big dramatic one. If I had a completely free day with no responsibilities, nothing to do, what would I actually do with my day? No, no ties, nothing, no responsibilities, nothing. What would I go and do for the day?
One thing for the whole day.
It would
Yeah, if I had a
would
free
be
day.
walking. It would be walking somewhere. Like you'd have Wisley Gardens and things like that. So I can imagine you just wanting to walk and get out.
I was going to say the same. If it was one thing, you just put some music on and walk around.
Wait! It does mean that Abby has won, but you both got a point each. Well done. Yeah! And I'm going to play the music again just so that we can, like, you know.
So close, so close.
Knows me better. My sister or my best friend who knows me
You were the winner.
better.
Yeah.
Friend.
Tell me where
Yeah.
it ends. My sister knows my history.
Some of the questions were hard,
They were hard, I know.
and I think they've got many answers.
You both might be right.
So anyway, that was a little fun thing. Thanks, guys. Well done.
Thanks.
And it just goes to show you, and this is a point I want to make on the podcast, really. I only put it in there because I had you both in the same place at the same time. But there's sort of values running through, and I think we all agree, all three of us are kind of, as you go later on in years, you put more value on things that aren't anything to do with having things. It's more the peace of mind and the people and the friendships and the love and the, I mean, what do you think, Abby? Or are you like, no, it's not that at all?
I think menopause makes you more selfish, which is a good thing if you're a woman. Obviously, men don't go through menopause, so I didn't need to say that. But you know what I mean? Like, they go through their stuff, and I think men are inherently selfish. They have learned how to put themselves first. They have hobbies we don't, like, in general. Like, it's very normal for a guy to watch loads of football or go golfing or, you know, have something, and women don't because they're too busy, because they have to be, because they have to do everything else. And I think as you get older, you start to, we've said it a million times, but the whole thing about in a plane putting the mask on yourself first, I think as I've got older, I've got better at that. And that's so important.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if I'm getting there, I would say. I think I surprised myself even yesterday. Something happened yesterday, and I thought I'm still not I'm not putting myself first. I'm still not actually every day going, no, that's my boundary.
no, because it's learned behavior. It's almost impossible, because it's a dichotomy that when you reach late 40s, early 50s, you're so set in your ways and you're so triggered and knee jerk with everything. It will take another 50 years to calm yourself down. But I think we're more mindful of doing it. So at least afterwards you have reflection time to go, do you know what? I jumped at answering that call. I jumped to be at that person's aid when they're not there for me. Next time I'm going to try better. And it's not about being better and doing it. It's the fact that we're even thinking like that.
Yeah.
And reflecting is really a great stage in life.
I feel like you're both ahead of me on this, actually, if I'm honest. I feel like you're both ahead of me. I've said this to you before, Francis, in terms of the journey of cutting the stuff out that's making you drained or ill or get a cold or have a rundown immune system. I feel like I'm behind you guys going, wait for me.
No, we've got kids. That's the only thing that makes me ill, because the little shits bring back so many snotty germs from school from all the other little snotters that you cannot look after yourself. It's absolutely impossible.
You're the same, are you, Francis? Do you look after yourself?
Probably not as well as I should do. A bit guilty of. But then, as you say, when you've got kids, you have to. They come first every which way. But maybe when they grow up and they become more independent, I'll put myself first.
Well, no, because then your money will still go to them. That's the thing about having kids. All my money when I was single was just for me. And once I'd paid my rent and bills, I could go out. I used to eat well, and I used to go to lovely restaurants and buy, corn-fed, all that crap. When you have
Benny.
kids, Spenny, when you have kids, you can't because,
No.
especially in this economy, I always said I wanted to feed my kids really well and I don't want them to eat shit. And you absolutely can't avoid it. You can't. It's impossible. And even if you do it at home, they go to play dates, they go to parties, and invariably there's absolute crap there to eat. So I don't have that money to buy the vitamins, to have the treatments. I cut and dye my own hair. Like that sounds
It looks
ridiculous.
fabulous, by the way,
Thanks. I've got good at it
doesn't
now.
it?
It's a bit more ginger in real life, but
Yeah, but look at you both.
I just think because my perspective's changed, and I think when you have kids, it's good and bad. I would love to have more money to spend on myself, but at the same time, I love how it's made me like that as a person. I'm a bit more sensible about
Yeah,
things.
I don't know if, I mean, I don't have biological kids, but I haven't had a really, well, you
That we
both say
know
that.
of.
I haven't had a very easy 6 or 7 years for, per se, full stop, just in
Mm,
life in general, financially, anyway, regardless of kids.
mm,
And during that time, my money's gone on things which are sort of teenage slope, now adults, and bits and pieces along the way of stuff that's happened. And I do think I've never kind of felt comfortable. We've talked about this, Abby, about being flash or
mm,
I've got this money and I could spend it and I could get that for me,
mm,
and or feeling like that feels good, because I, even when I've done that on occasion, I give you a really rubbish example. This is a few years back, had a bit of money and I thought, right, I'm going to buy myself a Dyson hairdryer. I mean, what a ridiculous thing as a comparison, but obviously they're very much more expensive than an average hairdryer. I brought it, and ever since I've used it to this day. I look at it and I think, I didn't need it. I don't need that. And that to me feels very excessive for something. Now when I look at it, I think, God, I'm so far away from going, oh, I want that gadget, I need that
mm,
thing. It's sort of good. I've never really been that way programmed that I want the designer labels and the trainers and and I think we're all the same in that respect, but I don't think the world is that. I think the world is changing, and I think people place a lot of value on the materialism. That's a whole different subject for a different podcast, I guess, but materialism in, especially now, everything's so disposable, isn't it? Social media, it's like bish bash bosh, this is the trend, that's the trend, and then the kids want the trend. Oh, get me that.
mm,
Why
mm,
can't you get me that? Because my friend's got that. Well, because it's 150 quid. You must
Mm.
see it in your children. They must be like, give me this, get me that.
No, no, it's an absolute no across the board. I've got 3 children. I think it's the, I think it's no different having kids. I don't have any more or less money. It's not about the amount of money. It's a thought process of it wouldn't even pop into my head that I have options because you
Mm.
don't have options. There are things to pay for that you don't have to if you
Yeah.
don't have kids, and it takes such a chunk of your money. And then big things like kids' birthdays are expensive even when you don't spend a lot of money. And I don't give them a party. I buy things off Vinted or charity shops. I don't spend a lot, but it's still a chunk of money that even though I'm poor, I I don't have that money to spend. It's like the shock. Whereas before I had kids, it was a little bit easier to manage my money,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Like a school trip will come up, or like things
Yeah.
come up that are, it feels so out of control that you have to be so sensible that you don't have the option to sit and go, oh, do you know what? I did an extra gig this month. I'm going to buy myself. Like you're in a state of going, well, I know what's going to bloody happen. One of the
Something's
kids
going to
is,
come up. Yeah.
yeah. And then as they get older, you know, there's more and more things that, like you say, at the moment I'm lucky, and I don't know about you, Francis, but while they're young, I can trick them out of loving a brand.
Yeah.
So, I can rationalize. And they were talking about Jellycat the other day because I said, what do you want for your birthday? And I said, well, I'm absolutely not buying that. And I showed them the dupes on Temu and all that. And they were like, that's ridiculous. This one's £3 and this one's £70. And I was like, yeah. And they look the same. And, when you get to your teens, it does matter. It kind of does. And when you're a young adult, but when you're little, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But I know that when they're teenagers, we know that our kids are going to have a phone. I've put it off. You know that she's nearly 11, my eldest. She's going to upper school in September. She still doesn't have a phone because I can't trust her. But I know it's coming. It's an expense. I don't have an option. So you're constantly forward planning these ridiculous, huge spends in your life that if you didn't have kids, I'd be like, right, my brain was more like, what can I save? When's the next holiday? You know, when's this? And I don't even think about that anymore.
I mean, you say you're the same, aren't you, Francis? You just
Yeah.
everything money. Go on, tell us money
Well,
for
I
you.
feel money for me with the kids. I feel like I've been very lucky because my two have never really been into the latest trends
Yet.
until well, and
Hmm.
so my son is he's going to be 13 this year, and he's suddenly got very much into football, and he
Oh,
wants all the latest tops with the names on the back and the numbers, and you really have to source those things to get the cheaper options, which
mhm.
there's no cheap options, but so it's starting now that he wants. And
Right.
we're having to draw the line and say you have to wait till a birthday or Christmas, or you can't just have, we'll buy
Does
him what he
does
needs.
do they both understand? Because they're obviously not Eloise, but William's older. Is he beginning to understand the economics of the fact that you only earn a certain amount per month and you can't?
I think so. I mean, I think that both of them within reason will ask, like even at Christmas I say you put down 5 things on a list, that's it, you don't get anything extra. And they're very good, like they're very aware, because we always make them aware that everything costs money, and
Yeah.
we don't have it. And
But you do that, Abby, and I love that you talk so much about money. There's a lot of parents
yeah,
that just don't. There's a lot of people I
no,
hear that just don't. I can hear the child going, I want, 3 things that might be on one shopping trip would come to 50 quid. And they're just getting it without any, oh, do you want, it's a lot of money. Nothing, no conversation. Just, great, I've asked for it, I've got it.
Yeah. And I've definitely like Darren Browned them into like they say things and I'm like, oh, I've said that one too many times. Lovely. Like it's great. And I've definitely psychologically damaged them for the future. Like they'll say things like, oh, Lucy has the latest thing and it's really cool, but her parents probably, only bought it. They'll come out with all these excuses that I've told them and sort of said, but I give you so much time and love
Yeah.
and care, and you have me all the time, and I won't spend money on you, but I bet you this kid at school that's a bit of a dick doesn't have that nurture. And there's lots of them,
Yeah.
but they'll often, and they'll sort of say that to me, like that kid, oh, she probably doesn't, I've noticed she doesn't, her mum and dad can't pick her up, which it's not the parents' fault, but I'm lucky that I can give my kids so much of myself and so much
Mm.
time, and I listen to them and I talk to them. And I think not all parents are lucky enough or want to
Yeah.
have that. And I think sometimes they make up for it with stuff. And a lot of these kids just have everything. There are some 10-year-olds that have the latest iPhone. None of us have that. And we've got jobs and we're adults. And I think that's a whole other level of why. Why would you do that to your kid?
Yeah.
yeah,
But
You know?
also, I'd come back to you, Francis. I mean, your bond with your kids, I've spent, I wish I lived nearer Francis. That's the bottom line. She lives in Inverness. What can I say?
You mean you wish
Um,
Francis lived nearer?
but basically, I've been around you, I've been around your kids, and it's safe to say, and the same with your kids, actually, Abby. The bottom line is, William's 13, and what does he do last thing at night? What does he always do without fail?
oh yeah, he's very much like I love you and gives me cuddles, and like it's
Hmm.
a
I mean,
routine
he's
for him.
13.
It's
Yeah,
like saying goodnight to the Waltons in my house. It's like
Hmm.
love you, mummy, love you.
right.
Like
But
it's like I've never.
seriously, I think if you ask the average household, does that go on? There's something quite special
Yeah,
about that
it would be
Mm.
interesting to see,
with a
but
13-year-old boy, especially with
and it
what's going on at the minute with stuff online and everything, to have a young boy need you in that way and
yeah,
affirm to
and
you.
being the type of person I am, as you know, Lindsay, I'm not huggy or particularly
Yeah,
overly emotional.
I'd say so. I'm the opposite. So when I get to her house, I'll be like, Frances, give me a kiss and a cuddle, and she'll be like, get off. Bit like
so
you.
to, so to have children that are opposite to me, even is
Yes, I've
like,
taught them
I'm like,
well.
how's that happened?
Right, moving
How's
on,
the
guys. I'm going to
menopause?
move us on. I'm going to move us on. Last section. Have you got your papers for this?
No,
You do not know. Have you not got your list?
I haven't got it in front of me because I've had to move my
Oh,
entire office into my kitchen.
oh,
Because I'm currently in my
I've got my
kitchen,
list.
not in my office, so I haven't been able to print or do
okay.
anything.
So,
But I reckon I can get it up.
all right, that's all right. Basically, this section is just a bit of fun, really. I want to say you're doing it. You're not. You'd never do it. You're not doing it, or any other answer really for this. So if I start, it's very quick. Eating snacks in bed. Never done it.
Uh, Used to do it loads, yeah, but don't have time anymore. No.
No, never done it. Never done it. Never would. No crumbs. No.
Crumbs. Sounds like me. Francis, what is going
Um,
on with my screen?
so
Oh,
googling your symptoms late at night.
oh, oh dear. Sorry, this
That
is
is
all going
something I
horribly
do
wrong.
do.
Googling symptoms at night,
Yeah, that's something I
health-wise.
definitely do, which I shouldn't do because you end up googling yourself dead. It's just
Yeah.
not good. Not a good idea.
I don't do that, although I do sometimes. But I'd say generally I don't do that. Abby?
I have so many things medically wrong with me. Uh, it would I'm Googled out. There's no I know everything about every condition known to man. I think there's no, I don't actually know. Right, number 3, cancelling plans last minute. Shall we answer for each other?
No. I do that. Not on occasion though. I'd say I do. There's always a reason, but yeah, I do that because I have to sometimes. I
I
would.
don't cancel plans, but I like when people cancel plans on me.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God, you guys!
Yes. It's like the mum meme of like,
Yeah.
you just wanna you're like, yeah, I'll come out to the party. I can't wait. And then they cancel and you're already kind of in your jammies and your slippers, like, oh, I'm
And you're
so
like, oh,
sorry.
it's a
Oh,
shame.
and you're like,
Yeah.
yes, I get to watch a crime documentary. Yeah, I think it ties in a lot to like neurodiversity again, is that you look at something in the future, you really, really are genuinely looking forward to it, but the panic that ensues and the anxiety and the logistics and the how many spoons have
Everything
I
to
got
do with it.
left?
Yeah, I agree with that.
And for me, it's like health. I have no control over how well I'm going to be.
Yeah.
So I love, I genuinely love when I'm there, but the thought of actually getting to that point is horrific. But I'm getting better.
Wearing the same bra all week.
All week, all year.
So I have been known on occasion to go away and stay somewhere and think I've got one bra, I will wear it all week. I have done it. I'm not proud. Done it.
I mean, I don't even do that. I do that at home. I don't even have the excuse of being away.
Do you not have like I've
I
got
have
10 bras and I wear one because it's my favorite one and I like it. And I don't wear any other bra.
yeah.
Well, I think I try to mix it up, but always never comfortable and always go back to the same one.
Yeah.
I think that's what happens. I
Yeah.
don't know, but yeah. I mean, it's what a universal answer. That's so good. I can't believe it. Maybe we're unearthing the secrets of midlife. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't feel so bad now.
No, exactly.
Watching trash TV and pretending you don't. Yeah, yeah.
No, I tell everyone.
Oh, yeah.
I love a bit of crap.
Do you
I
tell people? I tell
yeah.
people, I think,
Yeah.
that I'm watching,
I'll watch any old shit. I love it because if you can tell if someone's honest,
I agree.
you say, "Oh, I watched that Christmas film about a snowman that came to life and fell in love." and someone's like, oh my God, I saw that. And you're like, yes, honest person. Whereas when you were younger, you'd be like, oh no, I don't watch that rubbish.
Yeah, no, I
Liar.
think now I'm like, oh yeah, I saw this trashy, whatever it is, like Married at First Sight Australia. I mean, which I shouldn't talk about because it's now in the news and it's like, don't talk about that. Stuff's happened.
Not your
But
fault.
I agree. Right, what's the next thing?
What's next? Stalking people on social media.
I don't do it actually. I don't really do it. I have a look, but I don't stalk.
Not stalk, but I have an obsessive. I'm a really annoying person to watch something with. So I put the boroughs on, and I had to pause it 7,000 times because I must know how old everyone is, whether they have a partner, whether they're straight or gay, their dating history, where I've noticed they've been in something else, and I'm like, no, that's not where I know you from. I have to get all of that out my system.
Yeah,
So
I
is
do
that a
that.
bit stalky?
Can I just say,
I do that.
I must be the odd one out here because Ali is exactly the same obsessively.
Yeah.
He'll go, oh my God, that was in da-da-da we watched. And I'm like, oh, we're doing this again. So I have to pause it. And he's on his phone. Let me
Yeah.
just.
Yeah, I've
So
got to
he's
know.
got context for all these things that, these people's lives. And
Yeah,
what their
because it
real
makes me
name
love
is.
them more. It makes me,
I don't get it. I'm not
Do you
like that,
not?
guys. No.
Even when I know someone like Bill Pullman popped up and I know him very, very well, I know everything he's done. But I was like, oh, how old's Bill Pullman? Is he currently married? Blah, blah, blah. Like,
That's what
and I,
Ali was like.
yeah, I
What?
love
What's
it.
wrong with you?
I love it because yeah, it's great.
Why
And
do
then
you do it,
sometimes,
guys? Why is that a
well,
thing?
because I'm a people person, Linz.
Oh, I don't
You
need to
just,
know.
I think you just like connections. You like to
Yeah.
see, like Mum was like that. She just needed to know that there was some
Does that make me
connection somewhere.
sociopathic? I don't
Yeah.
know.
Psychopathic.
Oh God. Okay, jumping ahead. Choosing comfort over style, clothing wise. Yes,
100% every time. But what we do for a living.
No, there is occasion where we have to be like, oh, I hate this, and I've got to squeeze myself into it.
For me, it's heels. I have to wear heels for
Yeah.
the job, really. I mean, you don't have to, but you do. And I am a pig on stilts. Like, I hide it well, but it really is horrible. And it hurts for days.
Francis, comfort over.
Yeah, I mean, I find it really difficult to dress myself since having kids and your body changes and you put on weight and I'm not where I want to be, so I just tend to wear a lot of baggy
Right.
clothes or clothes that cover things. That I would say that's probably quite common for a lot of people. So
Yeah, I think you've probably hit on something, and also we can come back to that on another pod, but I think you've hit on the whole thing about how you view yourself because of what we're fed and what you deem acceptable for your body and however else. I think there's a whole subject and
Oh, 100%. I want to dive deep because there was something popped up this morning. There's a girl I follow, Louisa. She's a comedian and she does a lot of sort of feminist-ish talking, but she's very funny.
I like
Have you
her.
seen her?
Yeah.
And she did a thing today. She was sat in her garden and she was like, just remember where this has all come from and who's trying to feed it,
Yeah.
and your body, especially if you've had kids, like how amazing that you got to have stretch marks, how amazing that you got to have saggy boobs because you fed humans. Like how fucking incredible. And why don't we go, I fucking love my boobs that are,
It's work in
that have been
progress,
lived
though, isn't
in,
it?
like, but we're all conditioned. And I think it's, yeah, we need to do a whole episode on body positivity.
We definitely do.
Because also I'm about to do a show naked and I have huge issues and I've got crappy old body and everyone goes, no, you haven't. But wait till you see me naked. And I don't care anymore. And I've spent my whole life
We should try and see her,
spending
Abby.
money and covering up
Francis.
and
Ooh.
not wearing those things because I felt like that. And now I think, oh, fuck them. Like, who cares?
Now,
Who
I know
cares?
you have to pick up the kids, don't you, Francis?
I
Oh,
do.
no.
Well,
Time has
just my
evaded us.
daughter. I
But
wanna
this has been,
stay.
I know. It's been, can I just say before we play us out, it's any final thoughts from you? It's been an absolute delight to have you because obviously I've loved you my whole life. You're my sister, but obviously Abby, you've got to have a little insight. But it's so,
I
it's
much
been
prefer Francis to you. And we've only just met, but I picked the wrong sister.
I feel like we need to do this again.
Yeah.
at some
Yeah,
point.
I think we need to do it in person, and Lindsay can fuck off and drink tea, and we can crack open the alcohol. Drunken
but thank
pod.
you, because it's so, you know, for our listeners as well, it's just nice to get different perspectives on lots of women who we love in our lives, and you just need to take more time out to appreciate who you are, because I just think you're remarkable. So that would be my final thought about you.
I would say,
I just,
Francis, if you have a final thought, what would you tell your younger self? As a woman, what would you tell little you that you would love to know now?
Just, it's going to be a bit cliche, but just keep being you and don't give a shit about what anybody says about you or what anyone thinks, and just, yeah, you'll find your way, and you'll have the people in your life who matter. So,
oh my God, I love it. And on that note, I'm going to play the little short out. So do feel free, everybody, to follow my sister on Instagram. I'm going to post the details.
Yay!
I'm very boring.
Oh
No.
Thank you.
So what was I saying? I was slaying. Lost my thought, but I'm still amazing. So what was I saying? Keep on playing. Midlife magic, man, I put a good still blazing.
Bye, Francis. Love you.
Thank you for having me on.